We're gonna be calling Under Sheriff Joe Rosner.
Oh my god,
It's my grandpa.
Dad. That's your dad. See how...
Under Sheriff Rosner, once you're comfortable, if you'd like to raise your left hand.
Joe!
All right, do you swear and affirm under pains and penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, Coil.
So help me, call, Ethan.
God bless Coil the Sloth God.
All right, witness
What
is
God?
sworn in.
Hello, Under Sheriff. How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm cold. How you doing?
It is a bit cold, actually. So, in regards to the incident in question, when did you arrive on scene?
Oh, you mean time frame based on GMT, or
It's more like, was you first or second, or...
I'd say I was probably second on scene, third on scene. All arrived roughly the same time. Mid shootout though.
Okay, and what kind of scene did you respond to?
It was reports of shots fired in Mirror Park.
And whereabouts in Mirror Park was this taking place?
It would have been on the southern end of Mirror Park, around 1 second, let me just check the road name. Specifically West Mirror Drive at the intersection of Mirror Park Boulevard.
And when you arrived on scene, what did you witness?
It was multiple individuals, females in blacked out gear, with class 2s and class 1s, shooting people wearing yellow with class 2s and class 1s, who were also shooting back. It was a carnage.
How many groups of individuals would you say were fighting?
Two. It was two clear, distinct groups. I could specifically see 3 individuals communicating together, female individuals next to each other, standing next to each other, and providing cover for one another, and flanking around, working as a team. And then the other group of individuals wearing yellow who were doing the same thing, but in opposition.
Were any of these group known gangs in the city?
Oh, the individuals wearing yellow 100% identified themselves as members of the South Side group known as the Vargo.
What about the other side?
Apparent from where I was originally, my insinuation would have been that they were Kanashiro, based on location and known ongoing conflict.
After the fight concluded, were you able to identify the other group?
Oh, yes, we had them on scene afterwards.
And who were they identified as?
Members of Kanashiro, based on their vehicles and people that we had in cuffs.
Was it just the vehicles you could identify them through?
No, some of them were unmasked. And then also DNA. I took evidence on scene, and DNA on scene was run. I could confirm through a DNA match individuals as well.
Within your time as law enforcement, do you deal with the gang known as Kanashiro on a daily basis?
Not daily, but regularly.
Would you say they have ever engaged in any felony activities?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you just give a few examples of that?
Oh, bank robberies, 24/7 robberies, street racing, lots of street racing. Shootouts. One of my first ever shootouts was with members of Kanashiro.
Objection, Your Honor. Facts, not evidence. Motion to strike previous question.
Any rebuttal?
We're trying to establish a pattern of how Kaneshiro acts as a gang. We tried to add it to the evidence and you denied it because it didn't mention Mary Mushkin. Here we're talking about the gang, which we have established that the gang Kaneshiro was established on scene, that were identified. So we're trying to establish what kind of gang they operate within Los Santos.
Are we going to have many more questions down this line, or is this the only
No.
question to establish this?
Nope, it was only about the family activities.
All right. For the purposes of just establishing that basis, I will allow it, as the officer does have the firsthand knowledge of these activities as he's testifying against. You may continue with the next question if the witness had finished answering.
To your knowledge, let me re-say that. You stated before that it was Kaneshiro and Varga's members. To your knowledge, did these two gangs have any other fights during that week?
Oh, yes, they'd had one a few days before.
Is that common for gang wars?
To shoot each other? Yes.
How often do these gangs shoot at each other when they're in a gang war?
Can be multiple times a day, over multiple days, usually lasting up to a week.
I'm just going to object to this, Your Honor. This calls for speculation on the witness.
See, that
Because
doesn't.
earlier we're asking for his knowledge because he's dealt with multiple gang wars before.
All right. I am going to go ahead and strike this question, request that we begin focusing on the incident since we have gotten the background.
Oh, this is about the
established.
incident.
This is
Then
combative.
could we please rephrase this question so that it's not asking how often random incidents are happening and instead is directly pertaining to the incident at hand?
That's what I'm literally trying to do.
Ooh, she's gonna
Trying
get
to establish
contempt.
how it's
gonna
identified as a
get
gang war,
contempt.
not a random shooting. I can rephrase it though. I can literally just ask that question. How would you identify this as a gang war instead of a random shooting?
Multiple instances from two groups in a continuous manner.
And we're here today with Mary Mushkin. Obviously, she's not in court today, so I can't yet get you to identify her in court. But were you able to identify Mary Mushkin in the cells as one of the shooters?
Yes, she had black space buns. She was one of the main individuals I was actively watching shooting members of Vargo.
And you said before that you saw people using radio. Is that correct?
Yeah, I saw people using radio and communicating with one another as well without radio. They were close enough to do so.
Okay. Did you ever witness Mary Mushkin using her radio?
Yes.
Did you witness Mary Mushkin with any weapons?
Yes.
And did you... hold on. How did the fight end?
Oh, there was an individual wearing a large, very large yellow vest. He had managed to get onto the rooftop of the building that the shootout was occurring. Meanwhile, another one of his accomplices managed to get round onto the eastern side of said building, and they came round behind Mary Mushkin and another individual, I believe was Jane Winters, and shot them in the back, whilst another individual on the far west, another Vargo member on the far west, was providing fire as well. That reduced it down to one last member, I believe was Cassandra Cage, though she ran onto the grass and individuals jumped out from the fencing and gunned her down with revolvers. At which point the buggo were we came in, lights and sirens, told them to get the fuck out of the area, and then I chased some of them for a short amount of time before I lost them and returned back to scene.
You said in your testimony before that you saw Mary Mushkin with a firearm. What kind of firearm was she saw with?
That I'm not 100% certain on. I did see her with a gun in hand, and I saw the muzzle flash from said weapon, but I did not actually confidently state what weapon it was.
When she was apprehended, was she found a weapon in her possessions?
I don't know. I did not apprehend her.
You can look for the evidence on the report. It's in evidence, so.
Okay.
It does not appear so.
Is it common for someone arrested for a gang-related shooting to have their weapons not there anymore?
Yeah, I mean, we literally watched some of these people get robbed.
Just to clarify, which members got robbed?
Kanashiro members.
Okay, let me see if Lex has any questions quickly. To your knowledge, actually, well, you can check the report if you don't know, but was Mary Mushkin found on the same radio channel as any other individuals apprehended?
To my knowledge, yes.
Alright, we have no further questions.
All right. Any cross for this witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Howdy.
Howdy. Just to clarify, what is your rank so that way I can
Under
refer to you
sheriff.
properly?
Under sheriff, the PCSO. You, bitch number 344. They call me the preacher with a breacher.
The preacher with the breacher.
Yo.
Okay. So you were on scene of the incident on the day in question, correct?
Hey, firm.
And you were a distance away, taking photos of the incident, correct?
Hey, firm.
So from where you were standing, you could clearly see each individual and what they were doing and what they were wearing.
Yes.
Ayana, if we could display on the board, specifically evidence, I will name it very quick. Evidence 379792. It's titled Ongoing Shootout. It is a photo.
I cannot access that link to put it up there, though I can view it in the linked report.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Under Sheriff, did
Yo.
you take this photograph?
I did. It was one of the few photos I took.
Did you also take photograph Ongoing Shootout too?
Hey, firm.
Now, based on these photographs, can you see any individuals in these photographs?
Oh, hey, firm. In the first one, I could see the leg of an individual.
And it's only the leg. And there's a clear obstruction of the individual, correct?
of that one individual.
Would you say there are multiple obstructions from where you were standing to where the incident was occurring from?
Just the one. Specifically that tree in photo one.
All right, and looking at ongoing shot number 2, what's happening in that photo?
There was the aforementioned individual wearing the yellow vest. He was on top of that roof. I attempted to take a photo, but by the time the shutter had finished and it was on my digital SD card, they had jumped off said roof.
Right, understood. How often do you wear sunglasses, Under Sheriff?
Objection relevant?
It's incredibly relevant as there are clear obstructions in the photograph, as well as the fact that this was at nighttime and he's wearing sunglasses.
Also, objection scope. I never spoke about his fucking sunglasses. He's using a camera, then his sunglasses don't affect it.
It still calls into question his still calls into question his ability to see everything, even without the foes in question. His statement we're calling into
Do you want him to
question.
have an eye test?
Pardon?
So, both sides, please address the bench. Don't address each other. We need to maintain professionalism in this courtroom and stop having this back and forth.
Yes, Your Honor.
Next time on either side, contempt starting to go out. For this question, is there a way to rephrase it so that it is both within scope and pertinent to the incident at hand?
Yes, Your Honor, I can rephrase.
If you could, please.
Under Sheriff,
You?
on the day in question, were you wearing a similar outfit as the one you are right now?
Objection scope. I never asked anything about what he was wearing. It's also not relevant what he was wearing.
It is relevant.
Any rebuttal to the scope objection?
I can discuss with my team for just a minute, Your Honor. All right, I'll rephrase the question, Your Honor.
Okay.
So, from your earlier testimony, you said you've firsthand accounts of gang-related shootings on the sheriff.
You?
So you have been to multiple of these gang-related shootings before, correct?
I have responded to crime in my line of duty.
Do you have a standard set of equipment you take to each gang-related shooting?
Yes.
That including the camera?
Yes.
Does that also include the sunglasses you were actively wearing at this time?
No.
I'm going to object to relevance at this point again and scope again. I tried
I'm
to give
asking
her-
about
I-
his equipment.
Can I finish speaking? I tried to give her some leeway to get to the point, but she's going back to the same fucking questions again. There's no relevance whether what equipment he had. There's no relevance about his sunglasses, his uniform, his camera. Like, can we just move on from this, or else we're going to be here forever talking about every single piece of PD equipment?
Any rebuttal?
There's heavy relevance to the standard equipment he takes, specifically what sort of eyewear he wears, as again, it can cause physical obstructions, which is what I'm trying to get at, specifically for his eyewitness account of the day in question.
We also never asked about any of this in our question.
Let's go ahead and this line of questioning, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Let's move on to something that was covered in the initial questioning, because at no point was his equipment or gear that he carries for this, including eyewear, brought up. So we have been dancing with scope for some time now. So let's please move on.
All right, yes, Your Honor. You mentioned you identified the individuals as members of the Vagos, correct?
Hey, firm.
How did you identify them as members of the Vagos?
Oh, they wear a yellow flag on their face. Oh, multiple of them also had other pieces of yellow clothing, which, while not necessarily identifying them, the yellow flag on the face does. And afterwards, I collected evidence, and DNA sample came back to a member of the Vago.
All right, you collected all of this evidence, you said?
Yeah, blood, casings, projectiles, all around the areas that I watched people from County Zero shoot, including Mary Mushkin, and then also the areas where I watched the people from the Vago shoot.
All right, thank you. Just one moment, Your Honor.
I don't think they want. I don't think they like that answer. I don't think they like that answer.
Is it something I said?
Yes,
You're doing
I don't
great under
think it
sheriff.
was.
I hate it when the room's silent. You can't even hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop. That is kind of funny.
I'll mute that. Apologies.
Understood, sir.
Angel, what's your favorite donut?
They do really good creme brulee one. Just what I've been to.
Creme brulee donut. That sounds good. It does sound good.
How
I
about
make my
yours?
own creme brulee. It's really nice.
You confident you're the primary.
Well, I gotta say, you're a woman of an unending amount of talents.
Oh, thanks.
Alright, no more questions for this witness, Your Honor, but we will
All right.
recall him.
And I'm going to go ahead and just make this known to both sides moving forward so that we can proceed in a timely manner. Breaks to consult with teams in the middle of questioning will be no more than 1 minute, and each side has 10 of them so that we won't drag this out all night. Aaron, do y'all have any redirect for this witness?
Just one, and I just want to make sure, like, I may have misheard, but I just want to clarify something. You said that you was able to identify Vargas as wearing yellow flags on their on the face and armors or whatever vest it was. I think it was.
Yeah.
Was there any Kanashira members wearing Kanashira clothing?
Objection, Your Honor, beyond the scope of our questioning.
You asked
Of our
about
promise.
clothing.
We didn't ask about Kanashiro clothing, we asked about Vaga's clothing.
It's fine. It's whatever.
All right.
Do I hop off now?
Under Sheriff Rosner, you may step down. You are going to remain under oath, though, since they have indicated that you'll be being called back up here.
In the spirit of Easter, may I hop down?
You absolutely may hop down. Happy
Hell
Easter,
yeah.
sir.
Hop.
So funny.
Hop.
All right.
Oh no, he's old. His hip.
You okay? You didn't hurt your hip on the way down?
Yeah, I'm
So,
good.
Striker
next
has a
witness
question
is
for you.
Marshall
Joe?
Leodale.
Go ahead, Striker.
Yippee.
Rosner. Can you see me all right?
You?
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
I don't
making
accuse
sure.
people
Now,
of
his
assault
question was, have you
standards,
ever
but,
been on
our
duty
candidates
in
should not
underwear and
say things like that.
sunglasses?
That'd be great.
I'm married.